Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it? And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 55 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Hey, Tuesday.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He finds Coleman. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st down, Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know his defensive end.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Keep going.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now it's Ryan. Dancing to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man. Complete. And that one results in 35 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here now come the Falcons. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
There we go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to try and throw. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Onto the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, we'll see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. On 1st, and now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. Coleman has it here right side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Ryan on 2nd down. For the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Tuesday.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Looking deep for Julio. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Play action, Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 39 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 13-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And out now come the Vikings. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right.
Your quarterback is a runner. Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Observation, there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
21. 27.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. So on now is the punter, Matt Bosher, to kick it away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Falcons say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now it's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And the Vikings now. Football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now a give. This is Murray. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A first down throw for Cousins. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 45. To throw is Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Eric Kendricks in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Ryan. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The Falcons on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16. Now Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Daniil Hunter getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Sherrills to return it. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quick.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant. They find some open field here. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Everson Griffin in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Ryan. Complete to Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Following the interception, Cousins. Side by Robinson. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Play fake. Cousins. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Cousins steps away to his left. Going deep for Diggs. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. To throw, Cousins. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Back to the ground, Cook. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Now, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bailey now to kick this one away. Now Jones. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this. The scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. They will run again with Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Second and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
21. Gun.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then follow.
Ryan going underneath. It's Coleman. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Again, it's Cook. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences, we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball.
But a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers, or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Bailey now to kick this one away. Now Jones. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll run it with Coleman, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. A spin. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins here to throw. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7. Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Deion Jones. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Atlanta now coming out on the field. 1-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice.
That's caught at the 25. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go.
So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. Back to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point try by Bailey. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They'll call it a convincing win here in this one. And we had some interesting plays throughout. Maybe one of the most interesting ending the game.